Hey Premier Planet, Justin Barlow here, and I'm here to tell you all about what transpired this last Saturday night at PPW 202. Before we do that, I want to send a big happy Father's Day out to all you dads, granddads, and single moms who are pulling double duty. Happy Father's Day to everybody out there. We started the evening at PPW 202 with a #1 contender tournament match. If you remember, Friday night we had qualifying matches. Saturday were the tournament matches. The first match, Chase Gosling versus Inestra, both former champions in their own right, and of course both just embroiled in this bitter feud that they have going right now in PPW. The match, though, ended with a disqualification against Chase Gosling when Sensei came out to the ring first, but he was quickly followed in hot pursuit by Anakin. A chase ensued around the ring. Sensei and Anakin both got into the ring at one point, but when the referee looked up, all he saw was Anakin, and because Anakin was in the ring, the referee awarded the match to Inestra by way of disqualification. And that brought us to our next match. Both Anakin and Sensei, well, they came up short in the qualifying matches for the tournament on Friday night, but because of their stature on the Premier roster, Premier officials decided to grant them a one-on-one second chance match, with the winner going on to the tournament and therefore turning the final of the tournament into a triple threat match. So it was Sensei versus Anakin, and let's cut to the footage and show you what happened at the close of this contest.
1, 2, yeah!
Here's your winner and advancing to the #1 contender tournament final, Anakin!
So you can see there, Anakin with a brutal sunset powerbomb off the top rope, picks up the victory and moves on to the tournament final, which actually took place the very next matchup. If you remember, Friday night, Levi won his tournament match and was able to move on to the final round. It was Levi versus Anakin versus Inestra, #1 contendership on the line. Who was it going to be? See for yourself. So Levi, right place, right time, is able to pin both Inestra and Anakin and earn his very first World Heavyweight Championship match in the main event later on in the evening. Following the tournament matches, it was Sky Blue versus who was supposed to be Conor Core as per their verbal agreement at PPW 201 on Friday. Sky obviously returning to action after a broken elbow. She was able to defeat 0-1 on Friday, and the stipulation was if she was able to beat 0-1, she would get her hands on Conor. But as Conor is coming to the ring, he decides, no, he's not going to face Sky, and gives some excuse that he didn't actually say he would face Sky. Instead, offers 0-2 as a sort of, I guess, consolation prize in his mind. So the stipulation now being if Sky could beat 0-2, she would get her hands on Conor. And Sky Blue victorious in this matchup, as you can see from the footage, delivers a diving crossbody to 0-2, picks up the 1-2-3. So now Conor Core, per the stipulation, has to face Sky Blue. But after what we saw, is Conor going to pull any tricks this time, or is he actually going to man up and step into the ring? We'll see this Saturday at PPW 203. Following that match, it was Conor Core versus Not Bad Chad. Now, Not Bad Chad, his stock has been rising here in PPW as of late. The fans love him. He's been doing great in the Premier Academy, really showcasing those skills at our weekly studio tapings. But Conor Core at the end of the match, as you can see from the footage, where the referee couldn't see it, puts his feet on the ropes and steals a victory from Not Bad Chad. Conor obviously very proud of himself. Chad, though, disappointed, but always willing to show the fans a good time, gets down and gets a little funky in the ring after the match. And after that match, special exhibition match. former two-time PPW World Heavyweight Champion Chase Gosling went one-on-one with Premier Academy standout Jose Acosta, who debuted just a couple short weeks ago. Now, despite Chase's size and experience advantage, Jose really put on a great show, but as you can see here from the footage, Chase, right place, right time, delivers a leg lariat to Jose, is able to pick up the victory, but Chase, ever the sportsman, raises Jose's hand afterwards, shakes his hand, publicly acknowledges him in the middle of the ring. Jose Acosta, another one out of the Premier Academy, whose stock is ever rising here in PPW. And we finally came down to the main event. The world exclusive Matt Vine, coming off of a crushing loss to Jay Bradley in non-title action on Friday night, put the PPW World Heavyweight Championship on the line against the winner of the #1 contender tournament, Levi. Could Levi make the stars and the planets align again and become PPW World Heavyweight Champion for the first time? Take a look for yourself.
Here's your winner and still Premier Pro Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion, the world exclusive.
So Levi coming up just short of becoming PPW World Heavyweight Champion, but a great and brilliant effort nonetheless. Really got some attention and really let people know that he means business here in PPW. Now, this Saturday night, PPW 203, Chase Gosling has challenged Inestra and Sensei to a tag team match against him and Anakin. However, after being attacked after the triple threat match by Inestra and Sensei, Anakin unfortunately is not going to be able to compete this Saturday night, but Chase has promised that he has a mystery partner to bring to the table. So Inestra and Sensei, they're going to kind of have this cloud lingering overhead all week, wondering who's going to be in Chase's corner and who they're going to have to contend with now that Anakin is out. And speaking of last and Friday night, we want to thank everybody who came out for another successful back-to-back studio taping. But Friday night, the international star Jay Bradley, currently wrestling with Pro Wrestling Noah in Japan, bested the World Heavyweight Champion Matt Vine in non-title action. Matt Vine actually came out at the start of the studio taping this last Saturday night and laid down a challenge to Jay Bradley. Matt Vine wants a rematch. He wants to prove not just to Jay Bradley, but the entire wrestling world that he can beat Jay Bradley, and he can do it in Vine-like fashion, as I guess you could say. So this Saturday night, you're going to want to stay tuned for all the action we have coming up. Don't forget, follow us all over social media. Give us a like on Facebook if you haven't done so already. You can follow us on Twitter and Snapchat. Both of those are at Premier Planet. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, where we're going to give you one free match from our studio tapings each and every week. You can find us on Instagram. And don't forget to bookmark PremierProWrestling.com, where if you click the on-demand link, that will take you to our streaming video service that can be yours for just $4.99 per month after a free 2-week trial. That's right, $4.99 per month to stream all the Premier Pro Wrestling your heart desires. So again, this Saturday night, Matt Vine has challenged Jay Bradley to a rematch. And in tag team action, it's Inestra and Sensei taking on Chase Gosling, and who knows, Chase is bringing a mystery partner this Saturday night. On behalf of all of us here at PPW, thank you again, Premier Planet, for your continued support. We'll see you folks out here in Woodstock for PPW 203.